cell phone charger right here. Any type of phone.
Oh, thank you.
And
on my way to my first grandbaby's baby shower.
First grandbaby's baby shower.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My mom says in order of favorites is Jesus, grandbabies, shoes, and then me and my sister.
Hey.
So.
My son already know he can't get nothing else from me. Everything goes on her.
See, that's really how it is. It smells like you cook something good. I might have to.
Yeah, some jerk chicken.
Mm-hmm. There's no good jerk chicken over where I live. So
really? Would you like a piece? It's really spicy.
I love spicy.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say no. Yeah, because that's what I love about jerk chicken. I get that really good heat to it. I'm Mexican, so like give me everything.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, and I got some elote.
Ooh, yes, you know what you're doing. You're bringing the party.
Yes.
When's grandbaby due?
January 19th.
January 19th.
So it's either gonna be a Capricorn or an Aquarius.
Yeah, right there. You know what I just learned about astrology?
Okay.
Two things. So you know how astrology is like a whole chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like where the placements and everything. So two real fun ones of like, ooh, okay. So astrology was created about 3,500 years ago, right? 3,500 years ago. Due to the moon's gravitational pull on Earth for 3,500 years, none of those placements are accurate on the chart at all.
Oh yeah,
none of them. And then how they say your sun sign is for 30 days or 90 days this, 90-day window that, and it's actually all the order is different than that. It's not accurate.
Yeah, so just like they changed different countries and continents, made them bigger, smaller.
Right.
I believe they say what Asia is actually not where Asia actually is.
Really?
On the map, yeah. Wow. They found some old maps. I watch a lot of Instagram, so I see a lot of people talking about that they dug up old maps long before.
Oh yeah.
But they say colonization.
Oh yeah.
And they said that places all over the world is different. Literally, I said, why would you switch the demographics?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not like the countries got any bigger, but they just switched where they are in the world.
Sure. Yeah. Or they did that with like Africa. It was a gigantic continent.
Oh yeah, but they have it little
tiny. It's right, and it's like it doesn't make any sense. And
that's why I don't understand why they call us minorities when it's too many of us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then it's minority. Okay. This is a cool fun fact. So the same DNA strand is in every human. Every person is the exact same DNA double helix. Mm-hmm. It's just what is activated. That's why we can all read. That's why you can't have a chicken and a dog make a baby. It's different DNA.
Right.
All humans, it's the same helix code, the same DNA. It's just
we just have melanation in our skin.
Yeah, it's just the difference.
And we have the E gene.
Mm-hmm. And it just depends on what's active, right? Everyone has the gene, but what's the ones that are active?
Just like one of my friends, he said, I believe his great-great-grandfather was Caucasian.
Okay.
Now, his mother and father were darker than me.
Sure.
But he came out light bright, almost white, with hazel color eyes, sandy brown hair. The father didn't think it was his.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Right.
So you never know where it might pop up at.
Yeah, because it's all a soup. It's just all dumped in, and it's just what activates, what's here, what's gonna, what did the genes do, and it's completely random chains.
I'm supposed to have Irish in my blood. Mm-hmm. I believe so because I had a dream that I was my grandmother when she was giving birth at 14.
Oh wow!
And I know she was on a plantation at that time, and I actually found the plantation in Mississippi. I forgot what the hell the name of it was, but apparently it was a horrible one because they did a whole documentary.
I don't know any plantation that was like, you know what, they're cool.
Right. But I mean, some of them, let me tell you, some of them didn't do chattel slavery.
Okay.
That's why a lot of them did not leave. Contrary with everybody wasn't beat and tortured. You had slave masters that treated people like they were humans.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's
all of them wasn't a tragedy.
Was it most of them tragedy?
Yeah, but I mean,
tell me.
I don't care about the 1% that wasn't getting beat. I won't care about the whole.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the question of like, you know, if you could look at like police systems. Okay, well the police didn't beat you up, but you still outsourced. It's like outsized punishment for whatever was done, called crime or whatever.
No, but you know what? I don't agree with that. Sure. I don't care what damn color skin you are. What pisses me off is when people say, "Oh, you know, they gave him 75 years because he was black and only gave him 15." I wouldn't give a shit if it was 75-15. If you raped a child, I feel like you should die.
Well, see, and there's
stay in prison. Hell, don't be a criminal. If you feel like this country, you've been here long enough. I've been here since 73. And if you feel like this country has something against black folks and why the hell are you a criminal? Find something else to do. Don't rob, steal, kill, or whatever, and then they give you 1,000 years and you complain and say, "Oh, it's not fair."
Sure.
What's not fair? You went out there and did harm and put trauma on people. Because hell, I'm still traumatized with somebody trying to climb through my bedroom window. If I had to slip a little bit harder, no telling what would have happened to me, because he was halfway in and he left half an oatmeal cream sandwich on my floor, because I guess he was eating one when he was breaking it. I was laying up there asleep and I kept hearing voices. I'm thinking it's my brother. Then the spirit say, "Hey, dumbass, get up, your door locked. That's not your brother." And I sat right up and it was dark, but I seen a guy look at me and I started screaming. He was like, "Oh shit," he jumped out the window. I still believe it was one of my brother's friends that tried to rob my house. For the simple fact, everybody knew that I left town. They didn't know that I came back, so they came in through my bedroom window.
Yeah.
So they weren't expecting me to be there.
And that's really. Did you know that something like 70% of all crime is for the sake of money? Mm-hmm. And the biggest form of robbery is unpaid wages, unpaid overtime pay, people working over extra.
Yeah.
That's
me.
Right.
I work for the Board of Education, and hopefully I'll retire before my 10 years pop up in April, because if not, they're going to keep my money and I have to wait. They say they'll put in an IRA, but I won't be touching it. So I want to put in I want to take out what I put in. I don't care about a penalty. Yeah. I'm not planning on staying with them forever. They suck, and it got even worse because they allow Aramark to steal almost $800 million. Oh. That's the reason why you have 19-year-olds just take a test and they can sit in there and teach your kids in a classroom. You don't need degrees anymore.
Wow.
We don't even have paper towels inside of the school.
Oh, yeah. And it makes zero sense. That's what are we here for? Supposed to be taking care of our kids. What am I paying 20% of my income in taxes for?
I thought lottery went to the school. Shit, the school should never want to need nothing. Everybody keep lying and scamming.
Exactly. And that's the biggest problem in Illinois.
Oh, yeah, this is big corrupt state. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat.
Exactly. That's the biggest
problem. So that's the thing. I keep telling them, which one is the lesser of the two evils.
Exactly.
Both of them promise they're going to do something, and it still won't and don't. Everybody line their own pockets and rub elbows and do. Everybody knows Illinois is the most corrupt when it comes to politicians.
Well, that's what I realized. Someone said, and I really did the thinking about it, is that the Republicans and Democrats are the defensive and offensive side of the same team.
Yeah.
The Democrats, they play defense. They say, sit down, wait till the next election, don't do anything, don't fight back, just sit still, and it'll be better. Just vote later, and the system will eventually work. Stop and relax. The Republicans go and cut money, say, we don't care, we're going to take this, we don't want that. That's the offensive side. And the defensive side is the Democrats. And guess what the opposing team is us. Yep. They're both against us.
I don't understand. I believe when they talking about they did a reset on a whole bunch of people's minds. For the simple fact, all this terrorism, domestic terrorism that's going on in our own country, everybody's sitting back. You can put up 75 videos talking about child sex slaves, these kids coming up missing, they taking their organs, they do it. And it's like, okay, it pops for about 5 minutes and then people out, dancing and having fun and living their best life. Right. Oh, a plane crash. Okay, we're going to talk about it for about a week and then everybody going about their... it's just like we just desensitized.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the news. The news media's got to get the eyes, got to get the attention, and got to get people to see it so they can sell the commercials, and sell the commercial time, and that's it.
We've been programmed so much. We've been conditioned so much. And then not only that, I've been watching this country for about 30 years. They kill me with all this fear and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, coronavirus. And I'm like, what is wrong with people even older than me there aren't any cures for any virus on the face of this earth. You're not sticking me with shit. For the simple fact you couldn't even find a cure for the flu that's been around for hundreds of years. You said centuries. That's plural. You're not going to find a cure in 5 months. You're not sticking me with nothing. Then they told everybody with underlying health conditions, come get it. Then when people start dropping dead, oh, it's not because of the shots. It's because of the underlying health conditions. But they were fine before you stuck them.
Yeah, I'm definitely not anti-vax. It's definitely proven science, for sure. On that, with vaccines have been around for thousands of years. So it's proven science on that, for sure. That's, yeah, definitely. But,
but ain't no cure for any viruses, so I'm not going to let anybody stick me with anything.
That's fair.
You're not going to experiment on me. Once you get a cure, fine. There's cures for diseases all the time, but not one for a virus. My doctor told me that when I was 18 and I'm 52. I don't take flu shots, pneumonia, anything that got something to do with a virus. I'm not letting you inject me because there aren't any cures. So I'm not going to allow you to play with me.
Sure, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I guess the viruses do we cure the viruses? The virus is a living organism that adapts and changes over time. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, do we have a cure for it?
They told people, take the shots. People still caught coronavirus. So, what's going on? And then they say, we catching it because you're not wearing a mask. Well, or you didn't get the shot. So, what the hell is the purpose of the shot if you can still catch it and I can still pass it to you?
Yeah.
So, either or. If everybody got a shot, you can still get it. So, why do you need to stick me again?
Right. Well, it does also make the exposure, like what happens if you have the coronavirus, is not as bad because
I know that's what they said. Me and him caught it from some seniors.
Yeah.
The only thing it did was trigger my vertigo. I might have had a fever for about 2 hours.
We unique though. Like,
hell, I gained weight. I think I gained about 20 pounds. I couldn't stop eating. I was breathing fine, watching TV. Every once in a while, I get a slight little headache because once again, it triggered my vertigo.
Sure.
But other than that, I was doing fine, just eating up a storm.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had a fever for about 2 hours. After that, I was fine.
Sure.
Okay. It kind of felt like 10% of what I felt like when I had chickenpox. I felt like I was gonna die.
Ooh,
I couldn't move.
When did you have chickenpox?
Remember?
You've never had chickenpox in there. No, baby. You've never had chickenpox.
I literally could not move from the bed. Grandma was staying with us. That's when I had it.
How old were you?
I was like, I had to be like 10 or maybe less.
None of my kids ever had childhood diseases.
Look, remember when I had those bumps on my when I was yes.
No, he didn't have that.
When I had the bumps on my face.
No, he had a viral rash.
Mom, no.
It wasn't chickenpox.
It had to be because
how are you gonna say it had to be?
Let me tell you.
I know exactly what it was. It was a viral rash. I took you to see Dr. Sabrina. You thought it was chickenpox. I did too.
So why did it explode when I like literally? I had.
That's right. Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you something about African Americans when they have chickenpox.
What?
If you scratch them or touch them or anything, you see how Shay leg is, how she had all the black marks all over her body. Hyperpigmentation. That's what it does to our body if we scratch chickenpox. You did not have chickenpox. You had a viral rash. Knowledge has had one before. Zion had one before. At first, yes.
What was the rash?
It came from because you had a fever. That sometimes a virus would give you a rash. It looked like chickenpox, but you didn't have that. I gave you calamine lotion because you were itching, and the doctor subscribed that.
I feel like I was going to die.
Prescribed.
I could not move.
I understand that, but yeah, you had a virus, so you broke out in a viral.
And the crazy part is, like I went to sleep, right, and I woke up and it was gone. The entire sickness was gone. Like I could move, I could do everything. But when I went in the mirror, I had blood on my face because it was like bumps. The bumps exploded. I don't know what it was.
But that's not chickenpox. Would you tell him chickenpox don't explode?
They don't. Yeah,
you had a viral rash.
I don't know what that.
How my children gonna tell me what they had?
It looked like chickenpox.
Oh, I told you it looked like, and Dr. Sabri suggested I give you calamine lotion because viral rashes will itch, but you didn't have chickenpox. None of you all ever had any childhood disease.
And that means if you know someone has them now, stay away because if you're older, It's way
Oh
more
no, I've
severe.
tried ever since I was a teen. Tried getting chickenpox all the way into my nose
Oh, you got
and
some-
can't catch it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've always tried. The only time I caught a childhood disease, it was from my brother, and he got it from his teammates. He used to go to Curie High School back in the 80s, and he ended up with mumps.
Moms. Oh.
And I was the only person that ended up with mumps in the whole entire area where I lived in. He was a carrier, wasn't nothing wrong with him.
Sure.
He was outside playing, having fun. I was in there dying. I couldn't eat food. I couldn't swallow.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't drink anything. When I say my glands set out like a blowfish, it was horrible.
Yeah. You're lucky too, because mumps was one that same thing. People were vaccinated. It reduced to the level where there was no cases in hospitals. Got really reduced,
Yeah.
and now it's on the way back because people don't want to get vaccinated. And now it's happening and affecting children more. Did you have the vaccine?
I'm quite sure my mother gave me all my childhood.
Yeah, you got all your
vaccine.
shots. Yeah. So
No, ever since I've been an adult, I don't let nobody stick me with nothing.
sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And that's another one too, because now with so many people that don't want vaccinations, we don't have herd immunity to stuff that we had before. We don't have because it's below 70% of people with vaccinations for this stuff. So now it's like even the people that maybe couldn't get vaccinated, now they don't have any protections because not.
I'll live.
Yes, you.
Just long as the government quit spraying stuff, people will stop getting sick with them chemtrails.
Oh, okay. Chemtrails are all right. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And it's not a conspiracy theory because hell, I used to see them. I was wondering why, as a teen, why all through my childhood in the summertime I would get deathly ill. I would always end up with strep throat, tonsillitis. Those are winter diseases. But I end up with that, the flu, the this, the that. And when I got older and I learned back in the 90s about chemtrails and actually watched documentaries about it, I'm like, are you serious? I used to think that those planes were so cute flying over, our neighborhood 2-3 times in the summer.
Like these, right? So a cloud is composed of dirt and moisture, and it stays there. You can see it, and it stays there. That's what a chemtrail is a mixture of moisture and air that stays in the sky, just like a cloud. It's not a chemical at all.
Well, it just so happened after they spray, everybody started getting sick.
And that is, everybody is a term because it's like, is it every single human?
Between August and October.
Yeah. But
That's when
humans
people start getting sick.
covered in viruses and diseases and bacteria.
So you don't believe this government do nothing to nobody?
I know exactly what the government does. That's the thing. Is so conspiracy theory, right? So when I don't do this, I do tech 9 to 5. I've done technical contracting for federal, state, municipal governments. Okay, and I can tell you for a fact that every one of those government bodies is full of the most uncoordinated, uncreative, and unintelligent group of people. They're not capable of the amount of coordination and effective action required to do a conspiracy like that.
No, my thing is, it's people behind the scenes. They the puppets. That's like I tell people. I said, you actually think the president runs this country? Are you crazy? It's just like Wendy's. She's the face of Wendy's. But you have corporate people sitting behind a round table discussing and telling people what to do. Sure. Every single president, every single Senate, every single Congress.
But who are those people?
You'll never meet them.
It's like 8 people that we know. It's 8 families that we know the name.
Oh, you talking about the Bilderberg,
not just the Bilderberg, not just the Rothschild. There's other ones, but it's like you can trace all these corporate leadership to who they go to. It's all out there. Like the idea that it's an unknown conspiracy. We're in the age of technology.
Oh yeah, everything is the age of Aquarius, so everything is coming into light.
Well, we just have internet to
but I used to, what's his name, Tex Mars. I used to get newsletters from him back in the 90s.
Sure.
And he talked about link cars, OnStar cars, what else? Microchips and babies and humans.
But none of those have happened.
And yes, it has.
No, it hasn't. I can tell you I know
OnStar car does exist. Link cards do exist.
But the microprocessors that they say
I saw them with Morning America.
I guess, you know,
They were talking about being chipped. They already had people lined up.
Oh, you talking about that Elon Musk trip?
No, Elon Musk didn't exist.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because we just don't have microchips that are that small. They just don't exist to be that small and functional. That it just isn't a thing. The technology, we just don't have anywhere near that yet. And if you think like, well, the government must have it. The government is about 20 years behind. Bleeding edge, the best technology is in investment firms, private sector, not government. Government is using.
I think Bill Gates behind this one is behind the chips.
He doesn't need behind anything. It's rich.
Wait, what kind of chips are you talking about?
Yeah.
Which chips?
These supposed to be like small little nano chips that they put in. No, I'm not talking about what you breathe in every day that's on your skin.
No, I'm talking about. It's like
yeah, I mean,
like
Google it.
microscopic.
I mean, not Google it. Go to Channel 11. As a matter of fact, they have YouTube. They had seminars and documentaries on Channel 11. They even talking about putting a chip in people's brain to. Yeah.
Elon Musk.
That's what he wants. Yeah, but it's still the technology's nowhere near that at all. Even like AI and all that stuff, it's all way behind. This is what they say it's so good to get investors, but it's nowhere near that at all. Nowhere near. And so, like, to have a microchip that you could have any sort of functional control, tracking, anything like that, those circuits are like that big. They're not nano. Nothing is.
Because I swear, I be thinking sometimes when these people.
And my daughter watches a lot of YouTube shorts and reels and stuff. And they got her brain full.
Oh no, I ain't talking about a reel. I'm talking about actual
videos.
A doc from. Hello.
My only debate for like what you said, like they're not capable of like doing these conspiracy theories. All I gotta say is America literally created the atomic bomb. They have the most best scientists, so they're definitely capable of everything. Like they have brain power.
We have the brain power.
No, you got other countries that's more advanced than us.
Allegedly.
No, that's the truth. America always lied about their manpower, about their military.
You don't know who the smartest person in the world is, so you can say, they might have more people, but you don't know who has the most developed technology.
Yeah, and there is one conspiracy that I know is a fact. The conspiracy is one group, one person working with another, conspiring with another to make plans to execute certain activity. And the one conspiracy that is a fact is that people that hoard resources and hoard labor and hoard money are going to get together with other people to do that, to continue to exploit as many people as they can.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one and only conspiracy. You just look up to follow the money, to see where it's at, to see where it's going, and where they're pulling it towards.
Corporate pharmaceutical companies, your doctors, all of them in on the same thing. I keep trying to tell my friend that's dying of lupus, quit allowing your doctor to keep shoot you up with stuff, because every time she does, she gets a paycheck.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you sick, you're in a hospital, you're in a coma, you got tubes. I said, why she keep telling you it's gonna help you, and then hell, every time you take a shot, you almost dead.
Right. It's unfortunate. And lupus is like that, and it's the idea of how much is medical health care there to help or to treat a symptom or to treat a root cause. And
they will never ever cure you. Every disease has a cure, 98% of them. But they don't want to cure you. They want to consistently keep feeding you medication until every single organ breaks down on you and you die. You start off with one pill, in case in point. Diabetics start off with one pill, metformin, to get you under control. Right. Now you're taking kidney pills. Now you're going through congestive heart failure. You got high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You're on 19 different pills when you die. But diabetes is curable. All you have to do is change your diet. Type 2 diabetes is.
They know people aren't willing to change their
No, it has nothing to do with that, because even the dietitians, I had to go off on them in the hospital. My mother, they had her with some orange juice, a piece of toast, some cottage cheese, peaches. I mean, every damn thing that is send your sugar up, but you're supposed to be regulating her. Right. But you're telling her to ingest this every single day. Why? Because you just want to mask the symptoms. You don't want to cure it. If you cure me from my disease, there your money go. The pharmaceutical company's going to lose billions of dollars because there's nobody sick anymore. So who's going to buy your medication? Right. That's the reason why every other commercial is take this medication. Yeah, the side effects is blindness, death, brain bleed, seizures.
Right.
I mean, did you name it? Yeah, but take it. And then 5 years later, if you took such and such a law firm, so. When people tell me, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat that. That's not FDA approved." I told them if FDA approved it, I'll advise you not to eat it. Shit.
Yeah.
They approve anything.
The money has gotten into the system and corrupted.
Yeah.
Healthcare is no longer about healthcare. It's about money.
That's right.
That's what it's doing. It's really unfortunate because, and you go to talk to a doctor and half of them just want the money that they're going to get from the appointment. You know what I mean?
And not only that, every time they write a prescription, I watched my doctor squalls me in. I didn't have an appointment. It was at the end of the day. One of them was sick. And this guy from the pharmaceutical company come in with this big stupid suitcase rolling in with all different type of meds. And I'm hearing him coaching her on how to get us to get this medication. Now, she already know me. I'm going to take some herbal, some homeopathic. I'm going to do whatever I need to do naturally. And if all the hell else fails, then I'll go to some medication. But other than that, all natural. My people live for thousands of years on herbs. So, yeah.
Sure.
So, he was telling her basically, if she get the people to buy, she'd get a certain type of incentive and this and that and whatever. So I know that's what they do. For every time they write a prescription, they get money.
That's what it's all for. That's really
have you did research into fasting?
Oh yeah. I have, and I. So I'll tell you, for one, I love fasting only because I do like the feeling of it. I do like it for caloric control. I've got 10 days no food, no water. So like a long fast I did a 15-day food fast with drinking water.
Okay.
And I really love it. Again, I just like that to stop thinking about food so much.
Yeah,
it'll clear you. Because actually humans are only supposed to ingest food when they're hungry, basically once a day. Yeah, and
but see, then I read all the science on that, and this is where I really like Lane Norton. So Lane Norton, he's on YouTube also, and he went and studied at UIC, which is like lead cutting edge on a lot of sports and nutrition information.
Okay.
And what they talk about is autophagy, right? Everybody says with fasting, autophagy is your body recycling itself, but you actually get more autophagy from caloric deficit than pure fasting. So so that's one, and then it's like, okay, like food cleaning, all that stuff. It truly is like, if you're just trying to lose fat and lose weight, like fasting and dieting are equally effective. But again, I like fasting because it's like, for me, I've got an addictive food personality where like I'll sit there and stuff my face. I'm a little stoned, I'm going to stuff my face even more. And so I like that I can just say, you know what, I'm just not doing it right now.
Yeah, it's like a freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes I even forget to eat. I'll be like, it's 7 o'clock at night, I haven't had nothing. And I literally go a whole day without even drinking water, juice, nothing. And my body doesn't react.
The longest I ever went was 7 days straight.
Nice, yeah, and it's nice just to have it to shut out that food noise. But I'm looking into like the GLP-1 and all that stuff now because I truly feel like I tell people it's like a monster in the back of my head. There's just sometimes it'll just get a hold of all I want to do is eat. All I want to do, all I think about. When's dinner? When's lunch? What's the next thing? Is this supposed to go? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next one. And it's just having that idea of like to quiet that food noise is what it's called, of that thing in my mind that's like, when's the next thing I'm gonna be chewing on something? When's the next thing I'm putting something in? And it's like, and that's the thing I'd like to shut off. And it seems like it is an addiction. So that's what I'm looking for. But it's like, I don't know. Fasting helped a lot. It definitely helped a lot. But it also is I don't think it's a magical cure all. It's the only thing. Yeah. But it's great. To me, it's just another form of diet. It's another tool in the tool belt of like, okay, I can go keto for a little bit. I can go all veggie for a little bit. I can find caloric restriction, high protein, or I can say, okay, I'm just gonna fast for 2 days and then eat a bunch of protein and then eat a bunch of water and get on something like that. And just to have it is a different way, because that's the thing I learned too, is like the word diet, right? Everybody thinks it's how you're cutting food, but like if you have a pet dog, its diet is dog food. It's what is it eating? What do we as humans just eat?
That's all that means. It doesn't mean restriction.
Yeah. And apparently, like when it comes to protein, I heard that like you only supposed to eat like small amounts at once because your body can only absorb small amounts. So you gotta eat it throughout the day.
Yeah, and see, that's where if you look at nutrition science, though, it actually isn't anything. You can get all your protein in one meal because whatever you eat gets turned into a slurry in your stomach, and then it goes into your large intestine and your small intestine, and it has to pass through, and all of that nutrient slurry gets absorbed by those intestines no matter what. Okay. So there's no time window. It doesn't really matter. I go down this. All right, you three.
All right, thank you
Great
so
job.
much.